Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please get a tablet and a pen. Write down my name. It's Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Later on today, Google me. You'll find out I'm verifiable, factually verifiable. I tell you the truth. Please don't be offended when I'm just pretty straight. If I tell you you screwed up, just accept it because maybe you did. But you know what? I like making millionaires. You want to be one? Let me see what we're going to do today. Now what we got to do is get that tablet and pen. You got to write it down. You can't take pictures and record because that doesn't work. Plus, you're not allowed to. Can you imagine if you wrote it down, you put it here? Ultimate goal. You see, I want to ask you some questions, and I want to have some fun, and I want to make sure you get to the $1 million dream this year. Let's write down July 22nd. Wow, 2021. I call that blackjack. Then I want you to write down the end of the year. See, it takes me between 4 to 6 months to turn anybody around into a $1 million dream. You want to play? Now understand, you probably wasted a lot of money on something that didn't work. That's okay. Now let me show you something, okay? From the front door of one of my mansions, all right, from one of the yachts, from one of the Lamborghinis, and one of the buildings too. Heck, if I can do this, so can you. You see, the reality is knowing the rules and the tools. Now let's pretend today I'm going to write you a check for $1 million. All right? What if I did that? What are you going to do with the money? Bottom line is pretty simple. This is where everybody screws up. They really do. If I wrote you a check for $1 million, my first question would be, what bank account are you going to put it in? You see, where you're going to make a decision here. How you receive money changes your life. If you put it in your personal bank account, guess what? You get to keep $375. The rest goes to the IRS. It's okay. All right, you can watch them fly around in their jets and go on their honeymoons too. It's okay. All right, the bottom line is if you put it in a corporation, could you imagine? You get to keep all the money. All of it. You get to pay what? All the bills. See, corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. But they're allowed a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance, policy, company car, business trip, so much more. And then they pay tax if there's anything left over. But usually they work with a profit and nonprofit work in conjunction too. I've been doing this for 43 years. You ready to play? You got the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Winning the battle. You see, the problem is most people, could be you bring the pain home every day. I think that kind of sucks. But guess what? We're going to talk about procrastination. Did you forget to do something yesterday, today, to tomorrow too? This is not acceptable. You see, time, I don't control time, neither do you. But I do control what I do at the time that God gives me. Let's understand something today. Don't waste time. You never know when it's over. You see, I got to die in 2009 worth billions of dollars. I still got to die, and that kind of sucks. But I got the opportunity to come back too. I'll tell you how I used to steal and beg off the pier at 3, eat out of a trash can. Then I got to million and to billion. See, we're going to have fun. Now, let's understand something. While I was being used and abused as a child, which kind of sucks because I didn't get the true mommy and daddy that most people do, I was 7.5 when I heard something. Every Wednesday night, they had a poker game. I listened to the grown-ups going blah, blah, blah. The reality is they said one thing. Write it down, please. They said a corporation's a legal person. Now, I heard that at 7.5. I want to get out of hell. I don't like being used and abused, but I was lucky in another way, too. See, I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I write with both hands, talk at the same time. I got an IQ up the chart with total recall on most things. So guess what I got to do? The next day, after writing down the corporation's a legal person, they told me I was weird. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. You know what? I walked in there and I said, hey, ma'am, could you explain this to me? What does this mean? I was looking for a blueprint, the instruction manual like you've been looking for all your life too. She said, here's a microfiche, here's a bug. So what the hell did she say? I think she said, here's a microfiche, here's a bug. Well, it's like I'm back in Mayberry, but the reality is, you know what I had to do? I went back to the library almost every day till I was 9.5, and then I sent away a little money order. You see, what I had to do is realize one thing. Every time I talked to a grown-up and asked, how do I do this or that too? Money for a rainy day. All right, don't put your eggs in one basket too. It's like they couldn't explain a damn thing. I thought all the grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. Sorry, I grew up and found out it was true. You know what's really weird today? Half of you have a corporation. You know what you did? You set it up, and the next day you did nothing. You went, that's it. They say that 9 out of 10 people who set up a corporation every day don't do a damn thing. I don't understand. Why don't you give it a blueprint and give it life too? I'll show you how I brought in millions and billions. You ready to play? Because you're going to be winning that battle starting today. We're going to have fun. Now look it up in the Secretary of State of California. Helping Hand Industries. Did you know a 9.5-year-old kid set it up? It went worldwide. It got named in the movie Dave, and that was me. Isn't that fun? But you know what? Lord, my first car when I got my first $1 million at 14 and a half was a Lamborghini Countach. Check it out online too. You see, I got a Lamborghini as my first car. What did you get? You see, I'm having fun. See, I think you're stuck. I think I need to get you past go. I'll show you the Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the 6 mansions, how I broke the record for the highest damn kick on the planet in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? Helicopter. Don't forget the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. And the yachts and the Ferrari too. So understand something. I did this using God and me. And I couldn't find the rules and tools to play. So I created it for me and I call it Ray's Rules today. I bet you're looking for the same thing too. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to play. Now there, July 4, 2009, we're billions of dollars to corporate structure. We took a group of people on what? The yacht. One of the 3. And then I got to die the next day. That sucks. Could you imagine? You got everything in the life. You're helping people. And you get to die with H1N1 pandemic 9. Now we're getting through 19. But I did get to hear the doctor tell my wife I'm going to die. She screamed her head off, and then I heard somebody trick her to sign a POA, power of attorney, that day. He stole my whole damn life. I made him a multimillionaire. He still stole it while I'm laying there dead. But I got to go to the other side, and I got a choice. Stay in peace or go back. Now here's the problem with all of you. Sorry. I said don't be offended, please. The lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home time after time again. You see, you should learn to play at 18 years old. I started at 9.5. You ready to play? It's like John and Mary here. They did great. They went to school, got their education, and worked for the Fortune 500 company too. They refinanced their house to start their business, and then they ran out of money. Now they live with their in-laws too. Why do people use the wrong money to start a business? Why do they always take from the family? Don't they know how to play? I don't get this. I call this stupidity. But let's understand what's going to play. You see, I don't want you to bring the pain home again. I don't want you going the wrong direction. I want you to use the rules and tools, all right, that God gave me to give you. You see, I have 17 million clients that all got $1 million dreams and 16 billionaires too. You see, I got the nickname of the Godfather of Credit in 2008 after bringing $3.6 billion for my clients in. It's kind of fun. Write down credit rebuilding today because I'm going to have to rebuild every one of you. I got $10 million of history, and I'm going to have to rebuild every one of yours credit because you're not the qualified CFO you need to be. But we're going to look at the law black and white. The Federal Trade Commission right here flat out in front of you says credit repair is a scam. Not allowed to collect money up front is true. But you got thousands of companies ripping people off every damn day for up to 2 years. Writing stupid letters, not mine, not late. I bet you a couple of you did that too. It didn't work, did it? Now, getting to know me is kind of fun. Why? Because I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarbrough years ago. Security chief at TRW, and they became a Hesperian too. Can I train you just a little bit today, please? Can you write down credit services actually and get a copy of the page I showed you before? And then now I want you to understand, they're going to tell you to go look at the Credit Repair Organization Act. There's 12 acts to look at, by the way. You know what it says? Attorneys can't do credit repair too. Here's the problem. Your credit's not broken. Okay? You cannot repair something not broken. You have to rebuild it. Here's my promise, all of you. I will hold your hand. I like to play with you for 90 days. My wife says this is my hobby. I haven't had a paycheck since I was 26, by the way. So if I was home driving her crazy, she said, get out of here too. Federal Trade Commission provides that information for you. So let's see if you want to play. Every seminar, every workshop, every boot camp for 3 months, 90 working days, you're stuck with me and I guarantee it. How's that? I'll guarantee you it's $1 million dream. I got no excuses, and after today, neither will you. I'd like to be your personal coach. 4 ways to get to the $1 million status? Let's write them down. Let's win the lottery. Good luck on that. All right, inherit the money. You got someone going to pass away and go to the better side and give you millions of dollars too? But the problem is you probably get the money and piss it away anyway because you don't know how to play with money yet, but you will. Get a raise. Or, number 4, why don't you let me rebuild your life? It's kind of fun. Here's the keys for that Lamborghini. Boom, 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 boom. You see, I like playing. But you know what? I made this so simple. You can't even screw it up. I called it the KISS method. You see, there's 1,000 steps to the $1 million dream. And if you screw that up, you can't. You just go back to where you left off. Let's give you the first 25 steps today, okay? You got your tablet and pen? You ready to write it down? Number 1, what you're going to do is go to raisecredit.com. You're going to clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. Then you're going to give me the report numbers in the right-hand corner. I'll put them in my system, and I'll make your credit score go up, up, and away in 90 working days. Is that okay with you? By the way, that's step number 1. Now, here's another thing. Ever since I was a little boy, I tear things apart. Didn't matter if it was a Singer sewing machine or the garage door opener or something like that too. Or I ask people, how does this work? Tell me, explain it to me too. And then the reality is I want you to start asking a question. Why don't you start asking people why? It'll throw them all off. It's kind of fun. Like I'm going to ask you today why you got an SSN. Why do you have a Social Security card? Pull it out of your personal wallet now, please. You see, you got a card in your personal wallet. You don't even know what it's for, too. You think you do. When's the last time you read it front and back? Probably never. If you did, you skimmed over it, too. Why do you got an SSN, ladies and gentlemen? Why? Pull it out. Let's read it. That's step number 2. It says do not laminate, don't use for variety purposes. And it says flat out it's not even yours. It says right on the card. Property or Social Administration, not you. You see, I want to make your score go up, and away in 90 working days. Is that okay? I got to make you a qualified CFO. That's step number 3. Next thing is no case ever goes past 180 days unless you're screwing up more than you. So let's understand. I want to get your report numbers. I'm going to look at the 12 acts. I'm going to go back to your creditor and beat the creditor up more. That's more fun. Because writing stupid letters to the credit bureau, not mine, not late, is kind of crap. Then I might have you negotiate a debt or two. Legal action method. Hell, I sued Chase Bank years ago, and I kicked their assets too in Santa Ana, and the judge gave me another $5,000 for them wasting my time. You got more rights than you think you do. But understand something today. I took a picture of Credit Karma because it's free. By the way, they have no phone number to talk to them. Oh, well, they just want you to clickety-clack so they can make money as an affiliate too. So guess what I got to do? She had a 500 score. Look at it, 157 points in 45 working days. You want me to do that for you? Let me know. Now, here's the thing. Years ago with Ken Yarborough, Harold Stokes, and me, it was my concept of rapid scoring, all right, for your mortgage companies. But I came up with what's called rapid refresh. I like to block anything that's crap and shoot your score up and get your credit now. Is that okay? All right, I'll show you some examples from last week. How about a 487 and a 490? Damn, that's shitty credit. 4 collection accounts too. No credit. I still got them an unsecured credit card. Whee! How about a bankruptcy, no credit? 586, another card too. How about they had a 480, got them the first 3 cards, billed them out to 701, there'll be a 750 soon, and I got them $3,000 too. It's kind of fun. This is my favorite one from a couple weeks ago. 11 collection accounts later on their car payment, still get them a $3,000 card. I want to get your credit in the beginning, middle, or end. What I want to do is make sure I repackage your credit and you. I want to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. Write that down, CFO. So here's how it works. It's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is rebuild your credit, do a rapid rescore. I'm going to charge you normally $998. But you're on a webinar with me, so we're going to give you a little discount today. Now, on Saturday, I have basically 7 classes live. Now, understand, I broadcast up to 5 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday, too. I don't have pre-recorded crap. I want to answer your questions and make sure you understand how to play. So Saturday, it's called Education and Analyzation. It's at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, too. Now, here's how it works. Never pass 180 days. But here's my guarantee. I'm going to give you $1,000 or a cash card so you can reimburse yourself. And if you do this during the webinar, that means now, before I'm done, I give you half price. So understand what this means. All right, for $499, you're guaranteed a 750 score or your money back guarantee, and it's $499. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Written guarantee. Now, I've got a 100% success rate. I have for over 43 years. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play. But understand today, hackers are hacking credit cards and credit bureaus. And they're being blackmailed companies too. So I'm going to tell you about something I love, Zelle. Look up Zelle. Check your bank account, your credit union. Zelle cannot be hacked. It's the best way and the safest way to pay a bill or transfer money instantly. Because then they can't take your information and kind of hurt you too. So the bottom line today, all right, we're going to look at Zelle. Ray Reynolds is the recipient. Instead of my phone number, use my email address, ray@rayscredit.com. Use Zelle $4.99. You get the discount in the credit card too. If you want to do a bank transfer deposit, you can do that too. We bank at Chase and B of A. Take a picture of that page today. You're probably going to need it too. Now, here's how we do this. Now, here's a problem. You added yourself to the national mailing list. Sorry to say you did that to yourself. That's how you get all that junk mail and half the robocalls too. So I want you to write down a phone number. You ready to write it down? It is 888-567-8688. When you call it, opt out for 5 years. Step number 4. Let's get rid of all that junk mail. All right, the bottom line is simple. Now I want you to plan the problem. If I talk to you today on the phone, you're going to tell me somebody knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Probably a friend and family member, by the way. We're going to plan the problem from now on. Now you're going to write down safety credit. You writing this down? Safety credit. These are $50,000 a piece. They're personal credit cards. But the problem about personal credit, you can't write off the interest rate of the credit card. And the only way you're going to get the truth is the guy that trained Ken Yarbrough years ago, because nobody wants to tell you the truth. I want you to take out your cards in your purse or wallet right now. I want you to put a sticky in the back of the card. I want you to write down the limit, what's 25, what's 29%. Let's understand what happens. And if you would have known this a long time ago, you probably would not bring the pain home as much as you have. Any card you take past 29%, you jacked up the card, you dropped your score, you got stuck, can't get any more. It's just the truth. The truth will set you free. Now, I want you to write down line of defense. Now, understand something. In your city today, you got Wells Fargo, B of A, Chase, and grocery stores that have shut down locations. They have bankrupt locations, wrote off in their taxes, and got a tax credit. All right? But the reality is they're playing the game, but not you, because you like to bring the pain home to your family too, right? They got a tax credit for screwing up. Did you get a tax credit? You go home and go, boo-hoo-hoo. Write down and put a sticky behind your cards today. Write down, never bring that pain home ever again. Don't you dare after meeting me. I make millionaires and billionaires. The reality is step number 5. We get to play. Now, the only thing making your credit score up and down is you. Let's remember something. The moment you take any card past 29%, you drop the score. You get stuck, you can't get any more. You're not going to back yourself in a corner ever again. You're going to understand how to play. Lose your job, got an emergency, what do? Everybody does the same dumb thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit in 42 days. Why do you use the wrong money? Why do you do this to your family? I don't understand. I can't compute. Why would you ever do this? All right, pay attention today. We're going to make sure you never do this again. It's simple. I'm going to repackage your life. Your house, your car, your bank account. Hey, that's just some goodies of mine I want to show you. Let's get you your goodies too. Now, when I pulled off this stunt by getting my cat credit years ago, it's kind of fun. Cats have 9 lives. After today, so will you. Egg magazine right there. Hell, I'm on that issue. All over it too. How to finance anything by using plastic. Pay attention. Corporate credit. All right, as I pop it as an affiliate for you, you can write off the interest rate, the credit card line of credit. It can finance itself and write it all off. If a division screws up, it writes that off too. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain if you pay attention today. But again, that's up to you. Let's pretend today you have an emergency. You need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? Go ahead. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. Hell, they're all going to say no. Didn't that suck? Understand. They say no matter how bad your credit could be or good or bad, you waste $50 every other day. Is that true? This card in my hand, if I max out at $5,000, the payment's $50 a month. So what I'm telling you is flat out, what the average person wastes every other day, they could have maintained a $5,000 credit card called safety. Instead, they brought the pain home instead. They also say you waste $140 a week. Is that true? That's $600 a month. Now, we're going to put some common sense in a bottle of water, start selling that too. If I max out one of these cards today, the payment is $612.26. So what the average person wastes and pisses away every given month, I would have bought him 2 pizza restaurants with a damn drive-through. Stop wasting money. Quit bringing the damn pain home. I don't understand this. Why would you use the wrong money in the first place? Step number 6. So what are we going to do? Simple. You're going to reach your goals. All of them. Write them down. Make that Christmas list as big as you can. I reached every goal I ever had by the time I was 26. And we're talking $2.6 billion under corporate structure. See, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke that record for the highest kick on the planet, I wanted to disprove white men do jump. And stupid people say we don't. I bet you got some dummies trying to tell you what to do too. Remember, God gave you gifts in a dream. Why don't you see it, believe it, go get it. Now, let's go back to your SSN. Come on. You got a Social Security card because you were told to get one. And when we were told to do it, what did we do? Bah, 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 here, bah, bah. We're a bunch of damn sheep. We got the SSN. Oh, goody. Then we got our paycheck. And then we go, what the heck? See, you thought your paycheck would be this big. And it was Why? Because it gets basically taxed before you get the leftover. So now you realize you work for the company, you work for the IRS too. They get their cut before you. And then they tax you till you're dead. And then they put you in probate too. Isn't that fun? I love the United States of America, but I just understand the rules and tools. And unfortunately, you don't understand the rules and tools, and that's why you bring the pain home too. You like being a duck? Quack, 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 quack. After today, you're going to learn how to play. We're going to make sure we win, because we get one SSN. We only get one. Quack, 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 quack. That sucks. You got your SSN. Oh, goody. You got your Spirit and your Trandio and Equifax too. The moment you jacked up the cards, you dropped the score, got stuck, hell, you can't get any more. You're using the wrong money in the first place. See, what pisses me off, I had to beg and steal off the damn pier at 3. I had to eat out of a friggin' trash can. I didn't get a true mommy and daddy like most people do. So I had to believe in God, believe in me. Put the sticky behind those cards today. It's about time you quit bringing the damn pain home. It's ridiculous. The reason we got an SSN, we were the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. Now write down Ray's rules again. But this time write down $100,000. And then you're going to go, that's too much, Ray. All right, give me a damn break. You know what's too much? When you can't pay your car payment, the mortgage, rent, and feed your family. That's what pisses me off to no end. It reminds me of stealing and begging off the pier. Let's remember one thing today. If you use Ray's rules, 100,000, you use 29%. You know what that does for you? That gives you $71,000 of safety credit in case blank hits a fan, lose a job, or there's a damn pandemic. I died in pandemic 9, now we got 19. That allows you to feed your family up to 2 years. But when you take money and credit from that family and you roll the dice and you bring the pain home, that's not acceptable. Write down never bring the pain home. Write it down. I don't know if you got the guts to go get the million to billion, but I take people there every damn day. All right, I've already built $22 million of credit this week alone. Kind of fun. Stop taking the wrong damn money anyway. Write down Ray's rules. It's time you play. That's step number 7. I told you I gave you the first 25 today. Now, don't give me your little sad story. Hell, I was used and abused as a kid. All right, and I got in a coma at 5.5. Thought I'm never going to walk again. God said, get up. I got up. My last one, coma, 2009. I got to die. Are you kidding me? H1N1 kills me. I died on July 5th, 2009, 5:41, 12 years ago. but I got to go to the other side. It's basically, I was told two things: stay in peace or go back. I said go back that day. Now I want to show you one of my yachts. There it is, my U-Dog race boat. There's the address. Check it out. In that picture, they're asking my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to take me upstairs and rip out my heart too. Luckily, I said, go back, please. So let's understand something today. I want you to understand, I came out of that coma, but I've been fighting all my life for everything I ever want. All right? Because you got a choice. 5 weeks walking around with an oxygen tank. I put my score back to an 820, then I popped another $1 million card again. How are you going to go get what you want if you can't write it off and find another way to do it today? You can't because you're stuck anyway. Write down 5 closet divisions now. Write it down. If you listen today, you can change your life today. All right? I know you spent thousands on crap, people going blah, blah, blah. They never gave you the damn rules and tools because they don't know it themselves. They got lucky. We don't get lucky. Fighting through the pain. Get out the closet division. If a grocery store, a bank, a city, rich and famous people can do this, so can you. It's about damn time you learn how to play. Get a backup and a backup for you right away. But your choice is simple. You could have did this since you're 18. I started at 9.5. So your choice is to win and win that battle today. But again, what can I say? Ever since I was a little boy being used and abused, every morning I get up at 2:25. I drop to the floor. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go stare at myself in the mirror. I've always put myself in check because I can't blame anybody. I got to take responsibility. So I look in the mirror for 2 minutes every morning. After that, I ask myself 2 questions out loud. I want to hear it. I want to look at myself in the eye too. Question 1. Have I completed everything? No. Is there more to be done? Yes. See, here's the thing with most of you, probably all of you. You got an idea, you got a dream. You go to ask your friends and family to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you. Do you ever notice this? They're going to tell you how to do this or that too. And they haven't even done it for themselves. It's ridiculous. Do not let someone cloud your direction. This is step number 8. You got a choice today. God's delays have never been God's denials, ever. Let's go get the money. You don't get it. All right, I want every one of you to allow me to give you $100,000 and $1 million of credit. Corporation get to write it off and learn to play and balance that life too. You see, I didn't like stealing off the pier, eating out of a damn trash can. We're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to that job you hate. It's okay. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to deliver some pizza. Is that your dream? Ever since I was 4 years old. See it, believe it, go get it. Whatever I see, I pray God opens that door and I go get it. I have everything I've ever wanted. Everything. If I want it, I'll go get it. I got no excuses. And after today, neither will you. Step number 9. Now let's look at the grocery stores and the banks in your city. Let's look at Sam's Club. 2 years before pandemic 19, they shut down 63 locations in California, not counting the other 49 states too. What did they do? Oh, I don't like that location. They bankrupted, wrote it off on their taxes, and hell, they got a tax credit. Even when they screw up, they get to write it off too. Well, what about you? You bring the pain home to your family almost every day. Understand, they're using a branch number, a tax ID, and a subsidiary. I want you to understand how I designed it in 86 for you. We're going to use a division, and we're going to use tax ID. Once we get to million, we turn those into subsidiaries. Write it down. Because it's like when you heard a city file bankruptcy before. What did you do? I bet you heard it and just, oh, that's whatever. My thing since I was a little boy, I tear things apart. I ask why. I want to know how it works. So curiosity, I want to tear it apart. I looked at all the court records too. And first they wanted to blame Robert Citron for Orange County. You understand something? The United States of America Incorporated sets up 50 states called corporations, sets up cities called corporations. They created the line of defense right in front of you, and you're not paying attention. That's your fault, not mine, not theirs too. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy, just in case blanket the fan. You see, you get a bad day, you bring the pain home. Boo-hoo-hoo. No. Not anymore. You and me, we're going to build that relationship. You're going to learn how to play. Winning that battle starting today. Now, Apple Computer, they filed bankruptcy in 97. They were done. Mr. Bill Gates, who got indicted 4 times for being so damn smart by our government, guess what? He wrote a check for $150 million and saved their assets too. Now they're worth trillions of dollars today. Now, I need you to write down bankruptcy. Write it down. I want you to Google it later today. I want you to understand, I want world peace too. I want nothing to screw up, but I'll be damned if I bring the pain home to my family. I swore 2 things as a kid. Number 1, I would never touch a baby unless it was my first child. And I'd read every book and put my own blueprints together. Because I thought all the grown-ups were stupid. And I grew up and found out they were. Your choice is simple. Google bankruptcy. It says SSN. We got one. We're all a bunch of damn ducks. Quack, 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 quack. But then it says SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Hell, let's do that. Sign me to that too. You want another chance? You want to make sure you don't bring that pain home ever again? Learn how to play. Step number 10 today. Here's your life. It's flat out. SSN equals a 1040. You get taxed on every check till you're dead and getting probate too. IRS public record. SS4 equals 1120. Look what it says on line 10. Read it. It says banking and credit purposes. Corporation can write off interest rate, credit card, lines of credit, write it all up, and even write off a division if it screws up. And you're wondering why the hell you brought the pain home. I don't get it. I will never understand why people bring the pain home ever. Quack, quack, quack. You like being a duck? Or you want to learn to play? It's your choice today, not mine. I already got everything I want. My wife says this is my hobby. All right? Because I haven't had a check for 25 plus years. You want to play in winning that battle? I'll show you how to win every day. You got one SSN, one chance to win. Are you kidding me? Quack, 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 quack. But an SS4 gives you more chances to try and win. Don't you want to learn to play? That's up to you. Here's what I heard at 7.5. It's right in front of you. It's simple. Okay, it's not legal advice. It's chapter 18. It said a corporation, let's read it together. Ready? A corporation is a legal person may sue or be sued. I was looking for a damn blueprint, an instruction manual. You can't find what I teach anywhere on the planet today unless it's through me. But you can waste money going blah, blah, blah with somebody going blah, blah, blah all day. You see, you have a choice. You could have learned this at 18. I paid attention, started at 9.5. Your choice today is to win the battle. Now, someone's going to ask you if you remember the Better Business Bureau. All right, and not-for-profit corporation fraud. Be prepared for that question. Be prepared to answer the question. Maybe you're going to pay the $615 blackmail money to get an A+. You got 10 million companies that will not pay that money. I don't care if it's Wolfgang Puck, Walt Disney, or KBC, and on and on and on too. The Better Business Bureau has been a fraud since day one. Not only were they indicted in 2013 and changed their damn name, you've had the court say, get the hell out of my city. You've been a fraud since day one. That's not me saying it. It's CNN in 2020. Look it up. BBB got busted because they're a piece of what? Your choice. I got to be the incorporator for 2019 Rich and Famous People. That was fun. I did a profit and nonprofit corporation work in conjunction. I created a program people coming out of prison. All right, for instance, free Ricky Ross after 20 years. I rebuilt his credit. 6 months, and I got him a gold and a platinum card, paid over time up to $1 million. Would you like one or two? It's up to you. All right, the bottom line is Thomas here was in prison for 26 years. But last year he did $2.4 million under corporate structure. Took me 6 months to repackage him. You want to play? Let me know. All right, you got to beat your doubt, run your own race too. You might have to get the hell out of the way while I rebuild you. Step number 11. I've got to make you a qualified CFO. Understand what that means today. Getting past go. I'll show you millions and billions of goodies that I got too. Simple, God's gift. Hey, I park my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours are yachts. Come on, show me yours. I'm from Show Me State. Helicopter. How about one of the buildings, one of the Lamborghinis too? Boom, boom. I told you, you got 4 ways to get to millionaire status. You can win the lottery tonight. Good luck. You can basically inherit the money. You can get a damn raise. Or you can let me rebuild you in 6 months or less, usually about 4 months. I want to make you a millionaire. Is that okay? It's up to you. It's like winning the game of business. Hell, I wrote that 40 plus years ago. From Repackaging America too. Because I want to repackage every one of you. Now let's understand, I was at the Bonaventure in Los Angeles for 32 years. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I line around that hotel to get a hold of me. I sold the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the 1,000 Steps and Rules, for $5,000. I still sell it online that every day. But while you're on the webinar with me, winning that battle, the office sells it for $999. 12 books and CDs, all 1,000 steps, right for you. You get the book CDs, go to the class, and I do the work for you too. On the webinar, you get half price for what they sell for. I'm not on commission or paycheck. You get it for $4.99 if you want. It's called Zelle. There you go. Bank transfer deposit too. See, now I want you to protect your ass. It's pay attention. You wrote a check the other day. You gave your driver's license. Here's where I live. Come rob my house too. This stuff's going crazy. I want you to protect your ass starting now. I want your driver's license to be changed like today to a P.O. box or mailing address. I want you to use Ray's rules never to bring the pain home. I want you to basically Google the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. You have the choice to protect you and your family if you choose to. Step number 12. When I created divisions and wrote the rules and tools in 86, multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, separate pieces. How about cash credit per division? You see, what you got to realize is this. I like to get your corporation up to $1 million card. Then you can write it all off too, just because it's fun. Then I like to give you basically a sister card for every division you want to set up. Is that okay? Now that could be $1 million, could 10 million too. How about we put a piece of property in every division? Because you got to learn how to play the game, because you don't know who's going to slip and fall. How about a franchise? So let's understand. Rich and famous people do this every day. Banks do it. Grocery stores, cities do it too. But now it's like, why haven't you? Are you not paying attention? Are these turned on? If one of them screwed up, what are you going to do? Boo-hoo. No. We're going to get rid of the bad one. Got 8 left to go. We're going to go set up another one too. Just like Chase Bank, B of A, Wells Fargo, grocery stores. Hell, we get to play too. But again, it's up to you. I wrote Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, Become the Bank as well. You ready to play? You want to be winning that battle? Let me know. Now let's look at your car. Yeah, the car you got. Remember when you bought the car? What did you do? You let them sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000, get up to 9 inquiries too. What you did is they said, I need you to fill this out so I can ruin your credit. This is where you screwed up. From now on, you're using Ray's rules. Write it down. When you filled it out, you handed it to them. And it was like, bah, 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 I'm a sheep. What I want you to do from now on, when you fill out any damn application, when you sign it, next to your signature, you're writing down this allows one inquiry. You're taking a damn picture. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe grown-ups allow this crap to happen every day and they bitch and complain like it's a joke. The biggest problem you got today on that car, you're the registered owner. Step number 13. Who do you think they're going to sue when there's a little bumpity bump? The registered owner, which is you. You didn't protect your ass. It's 2. I want you to buy that car. Fleet price, tax ID. All right? Fleet price and a division. Listen carefully. You do it my way, it doesn't show up on personal credit reports. And then it's a full write-off. It's a company car. You don't have to justify you use it. It's in the company name. But again today, maybe you got a repossession. Oh, goody. The IRS will give you up to 1099-C. You screwed up again. I don't get it. I've been teaching and preaching for 43 years. Where the heck you been? You drive that car today to the grocery or the bank, a little bumpity bump, that person's going to act like they're going to die. And they have to put on a show. Then they're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration. And then your heart's going to fall out of your chest. Ah! It always does. Driver's license, really? Your home address? Well, that's up to you. The insurance for that car you drive today, you're paying it out of your paycheck, right? So your paycheck is taxed. You got the leftover, and now you're paying for the insurance on a taxable income when the corporation could pay for it before tax was considered. Oh, well, you know what? No matter what I say or do, you're the registered owner. Quack, 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 quack. Don't you see the 44 attorneys on TV going, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one? I wonder which one's going number two. How about the billboards on the freeway? You see these bloodsuckers everywhere. So, you know what you might want to think about doing? Why don't we change the registered owner to a division? That way, at the end of the day, we try to make sure they get diddy squat. Hell, why not? We protect our family too. But again, like I said, when I was a kid, I promised I'd make sure I create the rules and tools for my family. I'm not bringing the pain home like you. That's ridiculous. Step number 14. Now, every company, finance or basic lease, allows SSN SS4. But it's up to you. I want it under a division of a corporation. Now, I teach that step by step in the goal setting class on Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time too. You want to play? Because I'm going to hold your hand for at least 90 working days. And I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to tell you what to do. And when you screw up, I'll pick you up again and again too. I got no excuses. After today, neither will you. I had my 17 houses. I couldn't get number 18. They kept throwing in my face, loan to value problem too. I transferred them into the divisions. Not only did I free up the loan to value problem on my personal credit, I separated the liability. I didn't know who was going to slip and fall. Now your paycheck, I'm going to teach you exactly how your house payment all sets and you break even. Corporation, it doesn't pay tax until it makes a profit. It's allowed to do all kinds of stuff and pay all the bills first. So the bottom line is your corporation will probably not pay any tax, just like Amazon. They pay no tax on the first 10 billion. Or Ali's yell, you pay more tax than they did. And the other day they bitched and complained he didn't pay tax again, and he went up and down. Whee! Well, it's like a kid on a rocket ship, huh? So let's understand. Don't say there's a loophole. There's never been a loophole. They pay tax on property tax, gallon of gas too. But what they're doing is exactly what the Internal Revenue Service allows them to do. Corporations do not pay tax, so they make a profit. So your choice is simple. You can bitch and complain, or you can join the club too. You ready to play? You want to win the battle? See, write down borrowed money's not taxable. Write it down. Borrowed money's not taxable. But under the corporation, that's where you get to play. They pay no tax at all. Kind of fun. Let's pretend. You ready? I'm going to take $50,000 off the $100,000 card. Is that okay? I'm going to loan it to 5 people, $10,000 apiece. I'm going to put a second on their house. I'm going to put a homestead blocker and a UCC which had a mortgage. I know you know what those are, but I invented them about 34 years ago too. And if they don't pay, I get their house too. Wow! You know what that does? I now get $3,000 a month. After I pay the payment, that leaves me $2,449 positive cash flow. Oh, you want more? You want $5,000? You want $10,000? How much would you like? I mean, I designed cash flow for you per time 40 years ago. You ready to play? It's up to you. When I studied Mr. Buffett's father first, that was fun. But he taught Warren how to do leveraging. Do you understand Mr. Buffett always says we should pay more tax, and he pays less tax than anybody on the planet? But understand, he never buys a business with money. Borrowed money is not taxable. Every company he's ever obtained, the 100 plus the 10 favorite ones, he got them for free. And then he transfers a little stock, he gets to write that off too. What a hell of a game to play. You want to learn to play? He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, Fruit of the Loom, and he owns See's Candy too. Oh, wow. You want to learn to play? Let me know. But we're going to play for about 90 working days, maybe a lifetime too. Now, here's what we're going to do. Draw the first square and 3 below that. See, this is basically a corporate umbrella. I wrote the rules in '86. Could you imagine? Today, we set up the line of defense. If a division has a problem, what are we going to do? Go boo-hoo? No. We're keeping the good pieces. We're not bringing the damn pain home because we never had to. Just like rich and famous, just like cities, just like grocery stores, just like banks. But again, you should have learned this at 18. It's not my fault you didn't learn how to play. Maybe you're going to learn today. So as an affiliate, I get to build your credit. I like to get you $100,000 a person, up to $1 million in corporate. You get to write all that off for the corporation, have fun. But again, you're going to have to listen and learn while I do the work for you too. Now, I've been challenging myself since I was a kid. I always figure if I'm as smart as I think I am, I'll see if I can get away with it too. I set up a division for jewelry. I got the watch at wholesale price because I wanted a Rolex. They overnighted the watch. The bill's not due for 30 days. I put a loan on the watch I did not own. I paid the invoice when it came in. The leftover went in the bank and maintained the payment on watch I did not own. And at the end of the day, I got it for free. You ready to play? It's just kind of fun. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Saturday, subbing classes start at 7 a.m. You want to play with me for the day? I still want to do all the work for you anyway. I don't just screw up my 100% success rate, but I'll teach you how to play. I like to freeze your credit report my way with a rapid refresh. Block any of the crap in the way. Then I want to make sure you understand today it's special. It's usually $9.98. But again, we're going to give you a little bonus today if you do it right away. You get to go to the class on Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Education Analyzation. Oh, wow. No case ever goes past 180 days unless you screw up on you. Now, here's my guarantee. You get a $1,000 card minimum to reimburse yourself. And if you do it during the webinar, now, you get half price, $4.99. You waste more than that in a given month. So what do you got to lose now? You get a written money back guarantee too. You see, the hackers are hacking the credit cards and the credit bureaus, and they're blackmailing ransom companies too. One thing I know about Zelle, they can't hack Zelle. It's the safest way to pay a bill. That way your information's not out there in the public too. Zelle, bank transfer deposit. Take a picture of that page today. You're probably going to need it too. Now, here's what happens on Wednesday and Saturday. 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, I do a setup class. I do all the work for you, but I'll show you how it's set up to corp. You get to pick what type you want, what state, and all that good stuff too. Then we go right into level 1. So I show you how to set up your divisions. You get to do that too. And buy at wholesale price. But it's on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to either one or both. You get to play with me for 90 days. That's included in the corporate package today. So bottom line is I got to make you a qualified CFO. Now, if you have a corp, I'll build that one for you. If not, I'll get you a free one. You see, I've been handing articles for corporations for 43 years for free. So here's the starter package for a millionaire. This is basically the beginning. Repackage your credit, rebuild it, rapid score, office's tax ID, set up in level 1. Now, Mark here spent $3,700 for a corporation, got a stock kit. Then he asked me, Ray, what do I do next? Go get your damn money back. Articles are free. So this is 90 days, and I'm doing the work for you. Now, understand something. All right, national average is about $1,800 for a corp, but the bottom line is simple. I want to hand you $10,000 of cash credit, and the office sells this package for $1,999. But you're on a webinar now live with me. So I always offer you half price if you sell it during the webinar. So it's $999, $10,000 credit back to you, 10 times money in your pocket, and it's like getting it for free, and this is all yours anyway. Now the next one is called the Millionaires in the Making. Same as the previous, the only difference is this comes with $25,000. So you got to decide you want $25,000 or $10,000 of corporate credit. It's simple. Now the office sells this one for $5,000. Half price again, $2,499 today. You're stuck with me. We get to have fun. And all you got to do is Zelle, bank transfer deposit. And then I get to call you right away. We get to start to play. Now, why don't you run your life through a corporation or in conjunction? But you're a grown-up, do what you want. It's okay. All right, that's step number 16. So all of a sudden, we can win that battle if you want. Now, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. One of the collection out of the 15, by the way. Boom, boom. Today, you get a paycheck. I'll bet you're not winning the battle. I bet you get your paycheck, it's taxed, you get the leftover, and with that leftover, you're paying the car payment. All right, the gas, the registration, insurance. Can you say no? Why don't you start driving a company car? Why not? I do. Hell, there's the key to the white one right there, an LP 640. Boom, 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 boom. You want one? Let me know. Step number 17. See, I want you to do tax balancing. I want you to break even. Here, I want you to bring millions and billions of dollars too. You're allowed to if you want to be winning the battle. But again, I got to teach you how to play. Well, I do all the work for you too. Because I don't want you to screw up my 100% success rate. Look at line 10 right there. It says banking and credit purposes. SS4, write it down, equals 1120. So an SS1, SSN, we got one, we're ducks, quack, quack, quack. And SS4 times 4 and more? What are we going to do today? How about we look at the IRS public record? Wow! And guess what? Step number 18. Write down irs.gov. Write it down now. I want you to download an SS4 form today. I want you to verify I'm factually verifiable too. Unless you want to be a duck, quack, 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 quack. You can learn to win the battle if you want to. You see, it's like the United States of America Incorporated. I love the USA. But every game I've ever played, I master the rules better than anybody. When I was a kid, nobody wanted to play with me because I'd know the rules better than they did, and I'd always win. Nobody likes to have a winner all the time. That's not my problem. The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 states. They're all corporations. That's called line of defense, but you didn't do it for you. Why not? Are these turned on? And then the states set up their cities. They're called corporations too. Can you imagine right in front of you today, you're basically not paying attention. You're not dissecting, asking why, or tearing things apart. You're letting life pass you by. They have their line of defense right in front of you. It's about time you set up yours. They even set up what? They created a plan, the problem, like I told you to. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy so they could bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business today too. They have their line of defense, but not you. I don't get it. I wish I could understand. Because you are we the people. It's your constitutional right, a Bill of Rights too. You have the ability to win in that game, in that battle. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. Nixon took the gold standard out. You know what happened right away? Every hospital was federally mandated that every mama who gave delivered a baby, she has to sign the SSN form within 3 hours or less. They got to print more money for the baby. They got to basically bond the baby up to $35 million a piece too. I guess the baby's going to walk out of the hospital and go get a job. But if mama don't sign that form, the baby can't go in the stroller. The car seat can't go home. Mama's going to sign the SSN form. Right, mamas? You already did that too. Now, online, I see these websites that say you don't need a guarantee. What a bunch of BS. I want to get you cash credit card per division. Lines of cash credit. Supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. But I got to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. Now, if you look online on those trade line crap, don't basically, before you do any of that, spend thousands on that too. Look up the Fair Lending Act. I don't want to visit you in prison. Now, corporate credit, write off the interest rate, the credit card line of credit. Gets a write-off as it grows the business. If a division screws up, it writes that off too. You got nothing to lose. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would anybody bring the pain home when they never had to? I know, no one taught you to play. Well, no one taught me. I had to learn myself. It's even got me. Fight for your life. Understand, you got the ability to become that qualified CFO you need to be if you want to. Winning that battle starting now. You bought your house. I hope you used Ray's rules, right? Oh, you didn't do that? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in trust? I told you I'm going to repackage your whole life. So that means if somebody sues you today, they take away your house. If you die and get stuck in probate, your family got diddly squat because you didn't pay attention to me today. Oh, well, you fix up a property, what do? You hire that contractor that hires a subcontractor. That's down outside Home Depot. Good workers. What if they slip and fall and cut corners and they sue you and take everything you got too? Maybe, just maybe you'll listen today. Why don't you quit claim deed any property to a division? Hell, it costs about $12. And do an assignment of equity too. So at the end of the day, we try to make sure they get diddly squat. Hell, why not? I guess you've never had to fight for your life, huh? All right? I had to do it ever since I was born. I was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She wanted a girl. I'm a boy. She gave me a girl's name and she threw me in the damn trash can. I've been pissed off since the day I was born because I want to make sure I know the rules and tools. Understand, irrevocable trust, that's what I like. Why don't you check it out? But that's up to you. You're a grown-up too. Hey, what about step number 19? You got 6 more to go. I'll bet you some of you today are playing peekaboo, the IRS making a mess. I didn't want to pay tax, Ray. I'll stop the crap. IRS is simple. You don't pay tax on your corporation until you make a profit. So if you play that game hypothetically, you go to irs.gov, you download a form called 656 433 A and B. Get all that free damn money today. They're printing it 24/7. They're giving it away. And get your butt back in the system. By the way, that's called step number 20. Now, the next thing is, when you fix up a property, please don't use your money. Why would you do that? I'm one of the original OPMs. So we're going to set up the division. I'll show you how to do this step by step too. Save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days. We don't use our damn money. Why would you do that? Use their money. Escrow closes. It pays off the debt. Simple. Now you get up to $200,000 left over. Especially men. What are you going to do with that $200,000? You're going to act like you're rich and piss it away again. No. You're going to do what I tell you to do. Please raise rules. Leverage the money. All right? Borrow money is now what? Taxable. We're going to set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. By the way, this is step number 21. I call it blackjack. But again, you got to let me play. You want to get to millionaire? Let me know. Borrow money is not what? Taxable? And I can leverage it into 5 times more? Wow, we get to play winning the battle. Now, here's the Reynolds University just before my coma. My building in Irvine Spectrum was only 22,000 square feet. I told you I'm very factual, verifiable too. Had other locations around the globe doing up to $1 million a day helping people like you. The bank would be at the office almost every day going, Banks love to kiss your assets when you got money. Oh, you don't have a pot, do you know what in? Guess what? They don't know your name. They tend to borrow up to times 10 from the feds and loan back 5 to you. Now, if you would have took that money from that escrow and leveraged it and raised rules, it would have created up to $3 million of borrowed money. I'd tell you to go buy McDonald's if you want, but that's up to you too. What I want you to remember at the setup class, we're going to create a management company, set up the line of defense. It's going to do only a couple things. The divisions become the dogs. Wow! You see, I want you to write down the 3-step. You see, if rich and famous people can do this, Wells Fargo, B of A, Chase, whatever it is, all right, they get to play, so do you. So write down the 3-step, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save it, I'm going to fight to save it. If I can't save it, I'm going to bankrupt the bad piece. But I'm keep the good pieces. And I'm not bringing the pain home like you do. Why would you do that anyway? You never had to. Oh, you didn't learn how to play? What I set up for you is simple. Divisions, the rules, tools, and tax ID. We're going to play. You get to win. That's step number 22. Wow. So ask yourself a question today when you look in the mirror. And I pray you do the race mirror test. Your question to you is, what are you willing to lose? Understand, you've been bringing the pain home to the family probably. Corporation, they can pierce the veil, come after you too. I want world peace. But a division are cheap. If I have to lose anything, to me it's a division. Because I'm going to go get another one and another one too. Rich and famous people do it every day, so does the city. So when we play chess, we have to lose a piece or two. But do you know what winners get? They get checkmate every time. Would you like a checkmate for you? Step number 23, let me know. Now, God's using me to help you. I hope these are turned on. I want you to think, never to bring the pain home again. Don't go in the wrong direction and use the rules, tools God gave me to give you. I hope you're paying attention today with the first 25 steps and rules. Now, here's a Lamborghini. Here's the keys. Boom, boom. It says the Reynolds University like the building too. You see, it's called reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. I like race rules because it gets you where you want to go. And by the way, I make millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? Let me know. How the 14th Amendment turned corporations into people. The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 states called corporations. All right, the states, the cities, all right, and they're all corporations. And you know what they do? They have their line of defense, but not you. You keep bringing the pain home to you and your family too. I think you're past due and set your line of defense. What do you think? What do you got to lose? You have everything to gain while I get to play with you too. Winning that battle. So today, never have joint credit. All right, when you buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, put it in trust. That's called Ray's rules. Corporations should always have up to $1 million of credit. All right, from there, divisions are cheap. Let's get one for every piece of property, every franchise we get to do, and every current business as well. We're going to master the line of defense, so that way you never have the pain coming home to your family too. We're going to use Ray's rules. Is that okay with you? So today, that's step number 24. One more to go, and then maybe you'll get the discounts today. If you blow it, that's on you. I just want to have fun. So I'm going to block a bunch of crap, refresh. All right, I want to rebuild your credit. I don't care if you got a 487, a 490. I might get you a car in the beginning, middle, or the end. Either way, how about a 586? Still get that. How about a 480 up to a 701, or soon to be a 750? How about late on your car payment of 571 and still get you $3,000 too? I want to rebuild every one of you. It's simple. Normally it's $998. You go to the class on Saturday, education analyzation at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. No case goes past 180 days unless you screw it more on you. Remember, I'm going to guarantee you a $1,000 card in your pocket. That way you can reimburse yourself. And today, during the webinar, it's $499 if you Zell. All right? It's less than you waste in a given month, too. Hackers are hacking credit cards and credit bureaus, and they're blackmailing companies for money, too. The only thing that's not hackable is Zelle. It's the safest way to pay your bill, instantly transfer money, too. So you Zelle, your bank transfer deposit, B of A or Chase. You see, Saturday, Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning, set up in level 1. I want to be your coach for 90 days. Is that okay with you? From there, starter package for millionaire, credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, oscillus, tax ID, set up in level 1. 90 days we get to play together. You get to know each other too. I'm going to hand you $10,000 of credit. Ultimate goal, the office sells this for $2,000. On the webinar, you get half price of $999 if you sell it right away. It's millionaire in the making, $25,000 of cash credit, same as the previous one. But again, it's $25,000 of cash credit. The office sells it for about $5,000. Half price is $2,499 now. You decide you want the 10 or the 25. Or unless maybe it just wants your credit score to be a 750 guaranteed. But again, it's Zelle bank transfer deposit. I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. I want you to get past go. Now, here's your last and final chance before I'm done for the day. Your choice is simple. Let me block anything that might be in the way. Let me rebuild your credit. Instead of $998 today, half price is $499, and you get a cash card for $1,000. And you get a written back money guarantee. But again, $499 if you Zelle now. There's a Zelle. There's a bank transfer deposit. Ultimate goal. The starter package, I love this one because it's like for $1,000, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain, but you're guaranteed $10,000 of cash credit too. I love that, and I get to play with you for 90 days. Instead of $2,000, it's $999. The millionaire in the making, that one's fun. You get $25,000 of credit instead of $5,000 with me. It's $2,499. But again, you get to say half price because you're on the live webinar with me. You Zelle, bank transfer deposit. You see, today we got to stay safe and strong. We got to do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So understand today, I want to get you to the next level. Step 25. Now, I made a deal with the sales team this morning. They're going to waive their commission for 5 minutes. So if you call toll-free 800-510-3338, 800-510-3338. For 5 minutes, you can call them. They're going to keep everything I offered you today. But after the 6th minute, they go back to the normal price. They make a commission. Do your best all through the day. Let's let God do the rest. And never, never, never forget, it's simple. God loves us all.